Hi, my name is Jeffrey Rubin, president of Testrite Instrument Company, Hackensack, New Jersey. Testrite is an OEM manufacturer. What does that mean? It means that we make parts for your products. Now, Testrite's been in business for 101 years, and in that time we've made a wide variety of bases. So the base might be one piece of a project that we're making for you, or it might be all you need from us. We can make standard bases that we already have in stock and sell them to you, or we can make an entirely new base that's never existed before, made to your specifications. Typically, minimums for something custom are 25, although with higher complexity, higher minimums may apply. We have many more bases that we manufacture every single day and that we stock that will fit on this table. These are just a sampling. So if we don't cover a base that you need, feel free to reach out and we'll tell you what we have standard or what we can make for you custom. To start off, this is our 16-inch square steel base, available 1/4 inch thick and 1/8 inch thick. Next up is our 12-inch square base, available 1/8 thick and 0.90. Our 4x18 inch base, oftentimes used when there are 2 legs on a unit, is available 3/16 inch thick, available with square corners or rounded. Any of our bases can be made with rounded corners where that's desired. You'll see there are 2 holes here. What are those holes for? Well, there are applications that call for casters. So these are locking ball bearing casters that are attached through the base with an acorn nut on top. Now for a lot of applications, you want a very strong, sturdy wheel and you don't mind the acorn nut, this is the most cost-effective option. There are customers and there are applications where you say, I don't want to see the acorn nut, I want it nice and clean on top. So what we can do there is we can actually weld a U-bracket to the bottom of the base. This way the caster is attached to the U-bracket and the top of the base is nice and clean. Moving further along here, we have our 6-inch square base. This is 1/8 thick. On this particular 6-inch square base, we're showing it with a male thread. So this male thread is actually welded from the underside, so it's permanently on there. So it makes it very easy to attach to an upright. We also have a 4-inch square base. We have tooling that you can get these holes for no additional charge. And this one's shown with a countersink in the middle along with 2 aligning pins. So the holes in the corner are typically for mounting to a ceiling, a fixture, or a wall. These dimples are designed to help prevent a particular extrusion so it won't rotate once it's attached. This next 4-inch square base is another example of something custom that we can manufacture for you. So this actually has a bushing that's peened on here, and then there's a set screw. So you can actually attach a very thin wire, drop it in, tighten the set screw, and the wire is going to stay fixed. Here's an example of a custom base that I think demonstrates a few of the features you might choose to ask for on your next project. So the first thing you'll notice, the first thing I notice, are the corners. The corners on this base are very large radius. You can see it's much different than on our small base here. So this particular customer specified the radius they wanted, and we had tooling for that particular radius. Another thing you'll notice, there's a hole in the corner. This particular customer wanted this base to be able to be attached with a security tether. That way the entire assembly couldn't be picked up and walked away with. Now in a lot of applications, you'll have a customer ask us for 2 holes or 4 so they can mount it to a floor. Any base that's mounted, even if it's smaller, is going to be stronger than a larger base that's not mounted. On the underside of the base, you'll see that there are adhesive back bumpers. So this is an option. These are taller than our felts. Sometimes customers want to bring the base off the floor so a power cable or something else can get under the base, or because they're worried about mopping, they don't want the felts on the floor. This is a different finish. This is a matte black finish. Most of the bases that you're seeing in these videos are what we call a texture. With a texture, there's a little bit less of a fingerprint magnet. So every time I touch this base, and my hands are particularly clean at the moment, but every time you touch a base, you might leave a little bit of oil. If you step on it, you might leave a little bit of something. The matte bases show that significantly more than the texture, which is why most of our bases are made with a textured powder coat. So next, I'm going to show you a related base. This is a laser cut steel base. And what you'll see is that this base has very similar bumpers to the one I just showed you. So what's the difference? Whereas this square base has adhesive back bumpers, this laser cut oval base made right here at Testrite has rivet-on bumpers. So there is actually a rivet traveling through the bumper that secures it to make sure it's permanently attached. The trade-off, it's stronger, but you see the rivet. Oftentimes used in applications where there's going to be a lot of jostling, high traffic areas, or where you don't mind seeing the rivet head. Thank you very much for watching our base video. If you visit the Testrite OEM YouTube channel, you can find videos on round telescopic tubing, square telescopic tubing, and much more. Hopefully you found the base you were looking for today, in which case we're happy to quote it for you. If you didn't, please reach out with a sketch, a photograph, or just your musings about what you're looking for, and we'll do our best to help quote it for you. You can email rfq@testrite.com or visit the website link below, www.testriteoem.com. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.